In this build, our fearless DIY hero takes a humble $300 motorcycle trailer and decides it deserves a serious glow-up, transforming it into a fully functional fiberglass micro-camper. Naturally, the makeover begins with chaos. The trailer's original rails are aggressively removed through a long session of cutting, grinding, and sparks flying everywhere. Once the metal skeleton is leveled and reinforced, it's time to give the camper something it's been missing: an actual floor. Using budget-friendly 2x2 lumber and plywood, the builder constructs a sturdy floor frame. The trailer's wheel wells try to steal precious interior space, but he outsmarts them by extending the floor outward to align with the fenders. Every piece is carefully measured, cut, glued, and screwed together, creating tight joints that won't complain while being towed down the highway. Next comes insulation, cut with surgical precision, fitted snugly, and glued in place so it won't shift over time. A plywood sheet is then laid on top, glued and screwed down, turning the frame into a solid platform. To prevent flexing or sagging, a lattice-style support system is added underneath, evenly distributing weight like a well-planned buffet line. With the floor sorted, the walls rise using, you guessed it, more 2x2s and plywood. Strong, light, affordable. Overhanging sections are supported with cross braces that redirect weight back to the trailer's metal frame. The builder also smartly plans ahead, marking spots for wiring and a roof vent before anything gets sealed shut. The plywood skin is glued and screwed on, while seams are filled to create a smooth, professional finish. Insulation fills the wall cavities, improving temperature control and keeping road noise politely outside. The roof follows, built with curved crossbeams shaped to form a sleek, arched profile. Wiring for lights and a vent fan is routed early, using carefully carved channels made with a router, because no one enjoys surprise wiring later. Thin, flexible plywood is dry-fitted over the roof curve, trimmed and installed. Foam insulation is tucked between the beams and sealed with aluminum foil tape, locking everything into a tight thermal shell. The outer plywood skin is nailed and glued into place, turning the structure into a lightweight sandwich panel, an approach borrowed straight from professional RV and aircraft construction. Finally, vinyl plank flooring adds a cozy, wood-grain finish, and the build moves into the electrical phase. A welded battery platform is added to the trailer tongue, and inside, a fuse block and bus bar are mounted neatly, setting the stage for off-grid adventures and proving that big creativity can thrive in very small spaces. With the power system neatly centralized, future repairs and upgrades become less of a headache and more of a, "yeah, I've got this" situation. Outside, the camper's brain gets wired in, the solar setup. MC4 connectors link the panels to a charge controller and power board, all mounted in a tidy exterior compartment. At this stage, it's easy to imagine life inside the finished camper. Now comes the moment where sawdust gives way to science: fiberglassing. This is the stage where the humble wooden teardrop camper officially levels up, transforming into a tough, single-shell structure ready to battle rain, wind, and the occasional bad parking decision. Before any resin comes out, the plywood exterior is treated like it's heading to a red carpet event. Every seam is filled, every surface sanded, and all dust and oils are banished. Once everything is perfectly smooth, sheets of 1703 biaxial fiberglass cloth are cut to size. This material isn't chosen randomly. It's strong in two directions, meaning the camper can handle twists, bumps, and aerodynamic forces without flinching. Resin is mixed in small batches because no one wants a bucket of solid regret halfway through the job. Using brushes and rollers, the builder spreads the resin evenly, letting the first coat soak deep into the wood for a rock-solid bond. The fiberglass cloth is laid into the wet resin and rolled thoroughly to chase out air bubbles. A grooved aluminum roller, borrowed straight from the boat-building world, helps press everything into a smooth, compact laminate. Threaded inserts are then added, allowing future components to be bolted directly into the fiberglass without ugly bolts poking through or leaks forming later. Smart and classy. Attention shifts back to the trailer frame, where mounting points are drilled into the steel crossmembers using a step bit. Each hole is carefully deburred because sharp edges and moving trailers are a bad combination. Reinforcement plates and angled braces are welded at critical stress points around the tongue, axle, and center spine, spreading loads and keeping metal fatigue in check. Once the structure is beefed up, doors and openings are cut with surgeon-level precision. Drill speeds are controlled to prevent overheating the fiberglass, because melted resin is not a vibe. The door opening is cleaned, lightly sanded, and test-fitted with an aluminum-framed camper door that already comes with weather seals. Same careful treatment goes to the roof vent and window openings. Painting follows, using a tough marine-grade coating rolled on for even coverage. After curing, the exterior emerges in a sleek black finish that looks cool and acts as a waterproof armor shell. Doors and windows are installed with generous amounts of butyl tape and sealant, squeezed into place until a satisfying bead appears, proof that water isn't getting an invite inside. Finally, wiring is routed through the roof opening, and the 12-volt vent fan is soldered into the system, bringing airflow, comfort, and one step closer to micro-camping glory. With the wiring wrapped up and behaving itself, the focus shifts to installing the roof vent, the camper's version of air conditioning without the electric bill. The vent is carefully lined up, then locked down with evenly spaced stainless steel screws. Success confirmed, it's time to make some sawdust again. Plywood panels are marked and cut using a circular saw and a straight edge, because eyeballing it is how mistakes are born. Once the base panels are ready, cabinet frames are traced out, complete with storage openings. Rounded corners are added using whatever round object is nearby, because sharp corners and tiny campers are sworn enemies. These curves are cut with a jigsaw, then smoothed on a spindle sander until they look factory-made instead of garage-made. Every cabinet part gets another sanding session with an orbital sander to erase imperfections and prepare the surface for sealing. The frames, sides, and face panels are glued and screwed together, forming a solid unit. Before installation, the entire cabinet is coated in epoxy resin, giving it a waterproof shield against spills, condensation, and bad coffee decisions. Once cured, the cabinet is slid into position and aligned perfectly with the camper walls. Now the build enters its cozy phase. Pine strips are cut and mounted along the lower walls, adding strength while doubling as attachment points for cushions and interior finishes. Previously run wires are stripped, tested, and connected to low-power LED ceiling lights. Polarity is checked first, because LEDs are polite but unforgiving. After soldering, the lights are secured, and the wiring is tucked away neatly behind ceiling panels. Window trim comes next, crafted from slim pine pieces and mitered at the corners for a clean, finished look. These trims don't just look nice, they soften edges and prevent wear from vibration and humidity. The design philosophy is clear: do more with less. Every component has a job, or two. In such a small space, furniture isn't just furniture, it's part of the structure. Cabinets, shelves, and partitions are anchored directly into the walls and floor, boosting rigidity while saving weight. Lightweight plywood is used for its strength and portability, with each panel cut precisely, glued, screwed, and clamped tight. Nowhere is this philosophy clearer than in the kitchen. The countertop uses denser wood for durability, while the cabinetry below is stacked vertically for maximum storage. It's a compact space, but every inch works overtime, and somehow it still feels like home. Every square inch under the countertop is put to work like it's paying rent. Drawers, utensils, a compact water setup, and even space for a portable stove all squeeze in neatly. At the center of this tiny culinary command station sits the sink, arguably the MVP of the micro kitchen, and its origin story is refreshingly unglamorous. Instead of a pricey RV sink, the builder grabs a large stainless steel dog bowl. Yes, the kind meant for enthusiastic Labradors. Budget-friendly, practical, and surprisingly perfect. The bowl's size and depth make it ideal for washing dishes, and stainless steel laughs in the face of rust. A hole is cut in the countertop slightly smaller than the bowl's rim, allowing it to drop in snugly and stay put, even when the road gets bumpy. A reinforcement ring underneath supports the cutout, ensuring the sink doesn't protest after a few thousand miles of vibration. For water delivery, things stay delightfully simple. Rather than wrestling with pumps, tanks, and plumbing nightmares, the builder uses a small battery-powered water dispenser, typically found perched on 5-gallon jugs. A slim silicone tube runs from the faucet straight down into a water jug hidden inside the cabinet. No pressure system, no leaks, no stress. Drainage is handled with a short PVC pipe glued and sealed behind the sink, sending used water safely away. Functionally, this setup is genius. The water jug can be swapped or refilled in seconds, and the USB-charged pump runs for days on a single charge. The whole sink system, bowl, pump, tubing, and fittings, costs barely $40, yet performs like something pulled from a high-end camper brochure. On one side of the kitchen, a folding table adds another layer of cleverness. Built from the same plywood as the cabinet, it folds flat during travel and flips up at camp to double the workspace. Sanded smooth, edge-protected, and stained to match the countertop, it looks intentional, not improvised. The entire kitchen is built as a slide-in module, lifted into place and bolted onto the steel frame using pre-drilled mounts. This modular approach makes repairs or upgrades painless. More importantly, the rear-mounted kitchen keeps the sleeping area uncluttered while balancing weight directly over the axle. The result? Stable towing, efficient space use, and a camper that proves smart design beats big budgets every time. From a design perspective, this setup perfectly sums up the soul of the entire build. It proves that smart engineering can turn a tiny space into a cozy, self-sufficient home on wheels. Every weld, hinge, and screw has a job to do, and does it without drama. There's real beauty in how practical choices meet clean, simple design. At the end of the day, this camper makes one thing clear. When you're living on the road, less stuff and more thought is the real luxury.